You know that feeling, right? That moment every parent dreads. Your child's a little too quiet, their forehead feels a bit warm, and you just know they're not feeling well. It's a feeling that can just stop you in your tracks.
And in that moment, your mind just starts racing, doesn't it? What's the first thing I should do? What's the right thing to do? The worry is instant, and it's something we all share. But the answer, thankfully, can be a lot more straightforward and empowering than you might think.
And that's exactly what we're going to get into. Look, this isn't about trying to be a doctor overnight, not at all. It's about getting really, really good at the most fundamental skill in any parent's toolkit, knowing how to create a genuinely healing environment right at home. Okay, so let's start with a really important mindset shift. Before we even talk about thermometers or what kind of soup to make, we need to understand why your calm, confident care at home is the real foundation for your child's recovery.
So right off the bat, here's the first big sigh of relief. The common cold, a little low-grade fever, a simple tummy bug, so many of these things can be handled effectively and honestly often better in the comfort and safety of your own home. Your care really is the first and most powerful medicine they can get.
So where do we start building this foundation of care? Well, it begins with the space itself. We're going to talk about how to turn their room from just a place they sleep into a true sanctuary for healing. Let's look at the simple things that make a huge difference. These three things might seem, well, pretty obvious, but their impact is huge. A quiet room isn't just about helping them sleep, it actually lowers the stress on their little body that's already working overtime to get better. A cooler temperature can bring some real physical comfort, especially with a fever. And good ventilation, it just keeps the air fresh, which helps clear out germs and makes every breath a little easier. So these aren't just small comforts, they're an active part of getting well.
All right, next up is the topic that I think causes the most anxiety for parents: food and drink. I mean, when your kid has zero appetite, it is so easy to worry. But the key here is all about gentle support, not about forcing anything.
So, rule number one, the absolute top priority, is hydration. Water, clear broths, maybe some diluted juice. You just got to keep those fluids coming. And when it comes to food, think simple. We're talking easy-to-digest stuff like porridge or a simple soup. It gives them comfort and a little energy without overwhelming their system.
And if you take away only one thing about food, let it be this. Seriously, consider this your official permission slip to just let go of that clean your plate mentality. A sick child's body is incredibly smart. It knows when it needs fuel and when it needs to put all its energy into fighting off the illness. Trusting their body's signals, that's a huge act of care.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. Now we're moving into your role as the careful observer. Because great care isn't just about what you do, it's also about watching, listening, and knowing when not to jump in.
And this doesn't need to be some complicated scientific log. It's simple. Keeping a casual track of their temperature gives you a solid piece of information. And beyond that, you just watch them. You know your kid best. Are they a little more tired today? Is there a new symptom? Your everyday observation is the best tool you have for noticing if anything is changing.
Now for a really critical safety note. When you're worried, it's so natural to want a quick fix. But it is absolutely essential to remember that antibiotics are powerful tools that only work on bacterial infections. They do nothing for viruses like the common cold or the flu. Giving them when they're not needed won't help your child get better any faster, and it actually contributes to bigger problems down the road. The rule here is simple and non-negotiable. Always, always wait for a doctor to tell you what to do.
Okay, so we've created a calm space, we've offered gentle food and drink, and we've been watching them carefully. So let's pull all of this together and talk about the beautiful process that you're actually supporting. See, everything we've talked about, every sip of water, every quiet hour of rest, it isn't actually curing the illness itself. What it is doing is creating the perfect conditions for your child's body to do its own incredible, amazing work of healing. You're basically the support crew for their superstar immune system.
And that's the real takeaway here. By providing this kind of thoughtful, patient care, you're not just getting them through this one illness. You're supporting a natural, sustainable recovery, and you're helping them build resilience from the inside out. You are their safe harbor in the storm. So the next time your child gets sick, what's going to be your first confident step?